Welcome to day 3 of August Lead Code Challenge. Today, the problem that we are going to solve is valid palindrome. Given a string, we have to determine whether it's a palindrome or not. We should just consider the alphanumeric characters. We need not consider the other characters like comma, spaces, those things need not be considered. And we can also ignore the case sensitivity. So capital A is, is equal to small a when we are checking for palindrome. And another note that is given to us is an empty string is a valid palindrome. So if a given string which consists only of spaces, commas, or just a valid empty string, they should be considered as a valid palindrome. Okay, these are the things that are given to us. So we'll try to solve this question with two approaches. So in the first approach, what we'll try to do is, we know it is very easy to check a string which only consists of alphanumeric, whether it's a palindrome or not. We know how to do it. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll swap all the alphanumeric characters to the starting and we'll just compare within the range whether it's a palindrome or not. Okay. So that is the first approach we are going to take. Second approach, we'll discuss it later. Okay. That second approach would be a more optimized one than the first approach. So let's get started. So first what we'll do is we'll find the length of the string. Let me just zoom out a bit. Okay, first what I'm going to do is I'm swapping all the alphanumeric characters to the starting. For that I have to check whether it's a alnum. So this is a function to check it. So we're given a string, if a string is alphanumeric, what I will do is I'll keep a counter variable to count the index of the alphanumeric thing. So what I'll do is I'll check whether l dot count is equal to, I'll assign it to this point and I'll increment the counter. So essentially what I'm doing in this for loop is that I'm swapping all the alphanumeric characters between the range 0 to count minus 1. So that totally count number of CNT number of alphanumeric characters. Then what I will do is I'll iterate. So we know the range that we have to check. So what I can do is int is equal to 0. I can use this start. So this is the count of the total number of alphanumeric characters. So I need to check just the half of it. Okay. So what I'll do is, so this is a for loop I'm going to do till half of the array. Okay. So let's say the array is, initially what we'll be having is, I'll put it over here. Something like A, B, colon, space, B, space C, B, A. So something like this would be there. Okay. After this for loop, what will happen is, the first four indexes would be A, B, B, A, and the rest of them would be some garbage. So we need not consider about it. Okay, this would be the first four values. So we have this range. So what I'll do is I'll iterate to the first two elements alone. So what I'll do is, if so we also need not consider the upper and lower cases. So we should, what I'll do is I'll convert both of them to lower case, to lower of s of I if it is not equal to lower of s of count minus 1, which is the last index, minus I. Okay. If this is the case, if at any point it enters this condition, I will return false. So what I'm doing is A, B, and A is there, right? So I'll compare A and this A. Okay, if they are same, what I will do is I'll compare B and this B. So this would be at any point if they are not equal, I will return false. After coming out of the loop, I will return true. Okay. Okay. So to elaborate it, okay, first let's run it. See. Okay. I have not missed the comma over here. Semicolon over here. Okay. I need to increment the counter over here. I'll run the code. Okay, it's returning false. So let's submit it. Okay, the answer is accepted. So let's look at the complexity. Okay, we are able to get a very good time complexity over here. We are able to run it within 8 seconds. The thing that we are doing over here is it's quite efficient. Okay, but the problem is the array that we are returning is okay, but the array that we are returning is swapped. So the string is not the same. Okay, the string over here and the string that we have is not the same. So in some scenarios, we might be intended that we should not change the values. Okay, so at that point of time, what we can do is we can see the other approach that I'm going to take. Okay, so I'll just copy this for later reference. Okay, let's look into the second approach. The second approach, what I'm going to do is instead of swapping these things like that, what I will do is I will iterate from the first index and the last index. Okay, and if the thing are alphanumeric, I will compare. If they are not, I'll just move. Okay, it's a two-pointer concept. So I'll be having two pointers, which is int l, which is equal to 0, and int r, which is equal to n minus 1. Okay, so what I'll do is while l is less than r. Okay, first what I will do is so the health index should be an alphanumeric. So okay, alpha num is num of. So if it is not, I will. So if it is not an alpha num, what I will do is I will increment it, and L should be less than R. That is another condition we need to keep. I'll explain it why. Okay, this is the first thing. So when entering, the health index should be an alpha num. If it is not alpha num, we'll be incrementing it. Okay. Similarly, the R should also be alpha num. If not, we should increment it. I will dry run in the end so that you'll have a very clear understanding. So for right now, just bear with me. So R should be decremented. So this is the place where we are checking the condition. If 2 lower of S of L is not equal to 2 lower of S of I, sorry, S of R. Okay, at any point of time they are not equal, we would return false. In the end, we would increment L and decrement R. Okay, so yeah, the braces are right. Okay, so finally, what I will do is I will return true if it is not failed at any point of time. Okay, what I'm doing is, given a string, I will, so I'll start from A. Okay, let's first run it and then I'll explain the code. I've declared all the variables. Okay, L++. Okay, so let's submit the code. Okay, it's being accepted. Okay, so I'll try to explain what I'm doing over here. So what we are doing is, first we are, this is a string that is given to us. Okay, I will just draw it and show it to you. So A, B, colon, space, B and A. This is the string that is given to us. Okay, what I'm trying to do is, first L would be A, Ath index, and R would be this A, last index. Okay, I will check whether it is an alpha num. A is alpha num. So what this should not enter this loop itself. Okay, if it is true, it will not enter the loop. Similarly, the R index is also checking whether it's an alpha num. So both of them are true. So what I will do is I'll convert both of them to lower and compare them. If they are not equal, I would return false. If they are equal, what I will do is I'll go to the next index. Okay, next would be B and A. So B would be also true. So this would return this would not go into this condition. So finally, what happens is L would be greater than R. Okay, so we'll return true over here. So that is the reason why we are checking the condition over here. Okay, I'll take a counter negative example. So what I'm having is A, B, C, and A. So what happens is A and A would be true. Then what happens is, let's say we have colon over here, and B and colon would be there. So since it's a colon, what would do happen is alpha num, it would go inside this loop and it would increment L minus L plus plus. So L would become C over here. Then B would be alpha num. Okay, so B and C would be compared. Both of them would not be equal, so it would return false. Okay, I hope this is quite clear. Okay, you can code and you can run example and print it out to have a better understanding. We look into the details over here. So it is also running quite well in 12 ms milliseconds and 7.4 MB space. So the thing is, the first iteration was quite faster than this, but we were actually making the changes in the string itself. Okay, so in this scenario, we're not making any changes to the string. So this is more this is more suitable for many scenarios. Okay, so these are the two approaches that I wanted to share with you. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section, and the code would be provided in the GitHub link. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye.